Brought to you by Hallow, the world's #1 prayer app.
Day number 2 of this.
Day number 2. Day number 2 of what?
Sobriety for marijuana and alcohol.
Well, congratulations. Did you choose this life or did this life choose you?
It has chosen me.
Oh, no. What happened?
The federal government chose it.
What happened?
So a couple months back, I had got pulled over with a weed pen, like one of those like weed vapes, and they're considered felonies in Texas, but they have to test it.
Texas is like, hey, you can't tell us what to do, except you can't smoke weed.
Yeah, except that. And so they took it and they had it for a couple months, and then just like Thursday, they showed up with a warrant and arrested me. And so I'm out on bond now, and I have to report for drug testing randomly.
So, in the old days, we called that busted.
Yeah.
So, are you high right now?
No, man. I'm just tired. I was watching the election last night.
That's fair. All right, so how old are you?
I'm 19.
19. All right, so how can I help, brother?
Well, honestly, my question is, in Texas, we have what's called the Compassionate Use Program.
Don't do it. Don't do that. I know, I've been in Texas my whole life. No. I mean, what does weed give you?
Mostly just a de-stressor, something to do when I'm bored.
Okay. How long have you been smoking?
Since I was 14.
Okay. Why'd you start smoking in 14?
I don't even know, honest. I just kind of did. Someone offered me, and I didn't even think about it.
Tell me about Dad.
So, it was the last day of 8th grade, and I was hanging around with some people, and they were like, "We're all going to the park. We're gonna go smoke off some weed vapes. Do you want to come?" Well, they didn't mention the weed vapes at first, but then they were like, "Do you want to come out there with us?" And I mean, last day of 8th grade, sure, why not? And I mean, they busted one out, and I hit it a lot. I hit it like 80 times, and
How
ever
many?
since then, it's just been. Sorry,
8 or 80?
80. I was.
Are you
gone,
still high? Yeah, I was gonna say 80. Huh? Dang. Okay. And you liked it? It felt good?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So tell me about your dad.
What specifically? I don't remember.
Just tell me about him.
He's a good guy. So he's not technically my dad. Isn't my biological father? That's his brother. But he took a hold of my life when I was really young. He doesn't smoke really. He used to. He drinks a little bit here and there. He's just a real compassionate guy, though. To help you answer any time of the day, anytime you need him.
Where's your bio dad?
He's dead.
What happened?
He overdosed on heroin when I was really young. He was out in Baltimore, Maryland. So,
God, dude, I'm so sorry, man.
Hey, I didn't know the guy.
Yeah, do you have any memories of him or no?
No, I didn't even find out about him being my real father until I was like 15, 16.
No kidding. So you didn't know that your current dad was not your biological dad?
Yeah, I found that out. Like, that definitely also accelerated the weed smoking a little bit.
Well, I'm going to say, yeah. So tell me about your mom.
I don't. She's real big into the pot. She's a hippie character. Okay. Been running around forever. I don't really talk to her too much because they split up when I was really young, and I moved back down. I lived in Arkansas with her for a couple of years, and then moved back down to Texas with my dad about 13.
Okay. Exhale for me. Can I speak straight to you?
Yeah.
Boys aren't supposed to grow up without their mom.
Ooh. Okay.
It's not supposed to be like that. And your mom's got her own story, so I'm not going to throw shade at her. I'm telling you right now, just grown-up Texan to grown-up Texan, boys aren't supposed to grow up without their moms.
Yeah.
And listen, dads aren't supposed to OD on heroin either.
Definitely not.
Okay? Here's what you got in front of you. You have the deep internalized understanding that you are half your mom and half your dad. and you see the path laid out before you, so you can go get a compassionate use authorization, and you see the path before you.
I think I do. I think I do.
No.
I think I see what you're saying.
You don't think, you know. I want you to put your hand on your chest right now. Feel it.
Okay.
You haven't felt anything since you were 14 years old.
Not much.
I want you to feel this because this sucks. You are half mom and you are half dad, and you have the path laid out in front of you. Or you can do the hardest damn thing you've ever experienced in your life. You can get a machete. You can go carve yourself a new path so that not your kids, but your grandkids will have peace that you may never fully grasp because their granddad Harold decided this stops with me.
Yeah, I feel that. I think I feel what you're saying.
I would look back and say that maybe the greatest glimpse of grace from God was this moment when you got pulled over. Because Harold, without that, you have a kid that you let go, that never knows their dad, because either you die or you decide to stay in the woods and smoke and let somebody else raise you.
I think that's what I really want to do. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to follow down the same path as my biological parents.
Okay, but you have to make a choice, and the choice is not going to be to not do drugs. That's the easy thing. The choice is to stop going around the insane amount of pain you have inside your chest, and you got to get with a professional and walk right the hell through it.
I know that's what I needed to hear, but I don't think I wanted to hear it.
I know. I wouldn't wish the next 2 years that you're going to experience on anybody. Because there's going to come a moment when you're sobbing so hard that there's snot coming out of your face, out of your eyes, out of your nose, because your mom chose weed over her son. And there's going to come moments when you're crying so hard you can't breathe and your chest won't work right because your dad died. And you haven't faced that demon yet.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I've been fucked up since I was 14.
Yeah. You've been doing it before 14. 14 is when somebody offered you something that made it go away. 80 hits the first time out is not normal. I've been around weed my entire life. 80 hits is not normal. That's a dude who felt it and it felt good and it went, oh, this makes it all stop.
That's actually, wow, that's basically what I said at the time. It just made it stop.
It makes it stop. And then for the last 7 years, you have not pursued girls, you haven't pursued grades, you haven't pursued work, you've pursued not hurting.
Yeah. Even when I have pursued some of those things, it was like in the vein of not hurting.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And by the way, dude, I pursued not hurting too. I just didn't use drugs. I never did drugs. I pursued it by trying to say, look at my shiny certificate. Do y'all see me? And I've got other friends who pursued it with their career. Look how much money I'm making. And I've got other friends who pursued it with, look how many girls I've slept with. And what you're going to find is everybody in your sphere is running from something. And I tell you what, I sure as hell didn't run from anywhere near the pain you've got sitting inside your chest. Not even close. But here's where I've got a lot of hope for you, dude. At 19 years old, after 48 hours, you ask the question, is this what I want to keep doing?
Yeah.
You tell me.
I think it's what I want to keep doing. Yeah, I know it's what I want to keep doing. And thank you, seriously. That's why I called, because I've watched a little bit of your show, and I just sometimes I feel like you just need to hear it.
You do, but listen, brother, I can't do it for you. It's probably going to cost you your friends.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost you the places you go on Friday and Saturdays. You know what that means? It's going to cost you even the more terrifying feeling of not only did mom leave, not only did dad leave, now I got nobody. And that means your work is not going to be not smoking weed as much as it's going to be finding a new gang. And then you're going to feel hollow and you're going to have to do really hard work to find a purpose. Why am I here? What am I doing? And by the way, your purpose can be making sure people's front end alignments are perfect because they're scared moms who drive cars with 3 kids in them and they're going to come into your shop because you're an awesome mechanic and you're going to do the best front end alignments. You're going to treat people with dignity. Or you can go to grad school and become a doctor. I don't care what job you do, but you have to find and extract purpose from whatever it is you're doing. And your purpose has to be in service of others, not in service of trying to not hurt. You get the difference?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I like helping people. So
what do you do right now? What's your work?
I just recently, about a month ago, I started at a roofing. I do door-to-door sales for a roofing company.
Okay. So you can be a door-to-door salesman selling roofs to people, especially in Texas where it hails every week and they have to replace their roofs every month. And you can be one of those scammers, a fly-by-nighter who sells people crap they don't need. And you're going to bounce around from roofing job to roofing job and move for 50 cents on an hour or another point on commission. Or you can be the kind of roofer that says, hey, you're fine. I'm not going to take your money. You're good. There are people can try to sell you stuff. Your house is good. Or, ma'am, I can sell you this top line roof, or I know you're struggling right now financially. I can get you in for this one. And you can provide a literal roof over people's heads. I can think of very few things that are that noble. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, I do. I really do.
You can go today, when we get off this phone call, you can go today, go down to a local clinic, tell them 30 seconds of what you've just told me about your childhood, and they will write you an exemption card right now. Or you can go to an AA meeting tonight in your local community and say, I'm done.
Yeah, I think, I'm going to go. They hold meetings in my town on Tuesdays, and I'm going to go.
Will you go?
Yeah, I'm going to go, like the next one that they host.
They find that if you look around, there's more than just one.
I'll look around. The soonest one that I can find.
Okay. If I hook you up with some 3 months with BetterHelp, the therapist, would you call them today?
Okay. Yes, I would.
Okay. And they'll set you up in the next 24, 48 hours, and you can have a conversation with a licensed therapist on FaceTime, on Zoom.
Thank you.
Would that be cool?
Yes.
Okay.
I need it.
I know. So here's my promise to you. As you walk through this, I've got friends in the nutrition space and in the exercise space and in the finance space. Anything I've got that you need, you can have for free if you'll keep calling me and you'll stay on the path.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
You in?
I'm in.
I think you getting pulled over may have been the greatest moment of your life, other than when your dad's brother came in and said, I'm going to raise you as though you're my son.
You're right.
When's the last time you looked at that man and like truly looked at him in his eyes and said thank you?
It's probably been a year or two.
Will you do something crazy for me?
Yeah.
Almost all of AA starts in these same paths. One of the cornerstones is gratitude, being grateful. I want you to make a call to BetterHelp, and I'm going to hook you up today. I want you to write a letter to your dad tonight. And not just a perfunctory, like, oh, thanks. I want you to write your dad, a thank you letter. Because your dad was sick for a long time, right?
Yes, he was.
He had some demons?
Mostly physical stuff.
Okay. So your dad's brother has watched his brother hurt for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And then lost him. And then he got
you. He had to pull the plug on him.
Did he really? Yeah. Gee.
Yeah, he was in a coma.
Yeah. So I want you to write him a heartfelt letter, and if you're a gangster, I want you to read it to him.
Okay.
Okay?
I think I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do.
And I want you to tell him that his raising you for 18 years was not in vain. It was, you're going to bring peace to your dad's hurt, and you're going to do it generationally. Cool?
Yeah, because I think that's all he's ever wanted was to build something different than what he had going on in Baltimore.
That's right. So you're going to take the baton, you're going to dust it off, you're going to pick it up off the ground, and you're going to carry it. For everybody listening, the path isn't perfection. Harold's going to have good days and bad days. He's going to mess up. He's going to fall off. And he's going to have surrounded himself with people who care about him and a team of professionals. And they're going to be able to lift him up and help him out. Download the Hallow app today and get 3 free months at hallow.com/Delony.